What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage, and we finally know what the GLH is really going to look like. Video I dropped for you guys the other day told you all the insider specs, the platform it was going to be on, now that we know that that's confirmed, and the fact that they actually have a couple of, I don't want to call them mules, but concept cars that actually run and drive on this platform that are built. And we know what the Chrysler variant is going to look like, and the fact that the GLH is going to look a lot like that. I'm going to get into all that and more, and I'm going to show it to you right after this. Guys, before I get into today's video, we got to talk about the giveaways that we currently have up on the channel. New website is probably going to launch at some point tomorrow or maybe the next day, so stay tuned for that because there's going to be something special on there when we do it. But over on the merch site currently right now is the Challenger, and it is closing out. We're less than 24 hours away. There are some extra entries in there for that thing to close out, and a couple of products that have 5,000x multipliers, hats, a couple of coffee mugs, and some stickers. So if you want to get in on it, now is the time to do it. Link is in the description down below at tksgarage.com. And the Ram 2500, the Laramie diesel truck, which is factory deleted. It used to be an Air Force truck. I'm guessing it was a staff vehicle or something for a general or something at some point, because it's really nice on the interior. Not like the basic Ram 2500s or like even the F-250s are the same that the military uses now. They're like bare bones. This one's not. It's got the nice big screen. It has all the features. We have the 5,000x multiplier up now over at tksgarage.bigcartel.com or the tool site. I'm going to link both of those in the description down below. So if you want to get in the truck or the Challenger, you got two different options. And the truck is over halfway through on its giveaway, but the Challenger is ending tomorrow. You won't, it will just go boop and be gone. You won't see it on the merch site. It'll be completely dropped off. So if you want to get in on it and get a shot to win the dual Challenger giveaway, that is the 2020 Hellcat with the 1973 Challenger project car, now's the time to do it. Links for both the truck and the cars are in the description down below. All right, let's talk about this GLH. You know, this is something very similar to when the Charger came out. People were really not happy with the design. And then when people got to see it in person, it kind of looked a little different. People liked it a little bit more when they saw it in person. But I'm going to put it for you up here if it's not already up on the screen. Now, before you get into the comments, and let me also say, because these also get posted via Facebook, if you're in the comments and you go, this is AI, look, the robot or the AI that manages my Facebook page is probably going to say something about your mom, or that they hit your sister sideways or some stuff, and then block you. It's not me, it's the AI that runs it. Because if you don't have the intelligence to know, we use AI to, when we put schematics and stuff in to generate an image, then you're retarded. Sorry. You don't have to put it in the comments. AI. That's literally how y'all be looking, though, for real. AI in the basement of your mama's and your donuts. Anyways, that's saying, like, there's a difference between somebody that's going like, yo, blah, blah, blah. It's just like the repetitive, like, AI comments. It's just stupid. So the AI does not like the fact that you're calling out AI, and it will block you, which is crazy. But anyways, looking at this image, it's going to look a lot like the Chrysler Airflow. I'll put it like this. I got a FaceTime call, and I got to see what a pre-production, what do you call this thing? A concept car looks like. Think Tesla Model Y, as you can see that light bar all the way across the front. Does it say SRT in big letters that light up on the front? No. Could they put it on there? Maybe. But most likely to have a Dodge logo. But that we know that there's like a light bar that goes all the way across the front, just like the Model Y, right? It doesn't look like the Model Y, but the hard points, like how that vehicle is going to look a lot like the Chrysler Airflow. We know about the powertrain options, the food stamp edition having the 1.6 liter, I can't get out of my way, I'm too slow engine, the 2.0 Hurricane 4, which is going to be insanely quick for that vehicle, and then a high output Hurricane 4 option. This to me looks like the return of the Dodge Journey. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me this doesn't look like the return of the Dodge Journey. A cheaper, family-esque car. You know, you could fit 5. You're going to fit 2 in the front, 3 in the rear. I doubt they're going to have a 3-row version of this thing, but you know what I'm saying. 2 in the front, 3 in the rear. It'd be a great little like first family getting started car. And that GLH, like the Omni, of its predecessor from back in the day, was just a cheap little food stamp car, hatchback that was able to run around and get things done. And I think if people get to see it in person, they're not going to hate it as much as the initial design, because the Charger got the same thing. And in fact, not even that, like some of the stuff that came from Ram recently were like, oh, they made the headlights too small. Oh, they look stupid. But now when you see the Ram in person, you're like, damn, that looks good. So I get where they're coming from with it or why they're doing what they're doing. But this is going to be the cheap option that's required. The reason why this is required is because of everything. And I just did a video about this with American Express. Shout out to all my people that got those Amex cards. We all got hit. Everybody's limits got decreased. The economy is in a very shaky situation right now. And here's the sad part. It all isn't having to do with what's going on here in the United States. There's other stuff that's going on in Japan right now with the yen. And, the Treasury is trying to prop that thing up. But, if some of the stuff in Japan fails and this situation in Iran doesn't resolve itself very quickly, prices of oil don't come back down. The price of gasoline doesn't come back down, because it's not really the price of oil, but you know what I'm saying? The price of that doesn't come back down. We could see a point where banks start having problems. And yeah, the Durango at $55,000 or $52,000 is a great deal with a 392 in it. You won't be able to get a loan for it. And it's going to come down to Stellantis Financial having to finance all of their vehicles for their dealers. Because unless you're an 800 credit score or like high 7 credit score, like right now you could walk into a dealership with a 580 and get a car note. Are you going to pay 30% or 28%? Yes, but you could get a car note. It's feasible. You could make it happen. But with the way that the market is going right now in terms of finances and how much money costs, and like seeing some of these moves from American Express, that is a big indicator in terms of recession. This car could be the saving grace for Stellantis in North America, because when all of that dries up and banks ain't loaning money and Stellantis Financial gets to the point and they go, well, we've hit our limit in terms of who we're going to finance. So they get to their limit of how many cars they're going to finance that they built themselves. No one's going to be able to pay cash to buy them. So they're going to sit. And the only vehicles that are going to sell are the cheaper vehicles. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Let me know what you think about the design of the GLH. There's some little tweaks or whatever that could change from that, but the hard points of pretty much what that's going to look like is going to look like that. Anyways, until next time, thank you guys very much for watching. I truly appreciate it. And as always, stay petty, my friends.